Welcome to this edition of Bears Today. I'm Matt Lorper.
And I'm Angela Natal. Today we'll be taking a look at what's going on at Hawthorne High School. We'll hear from members of the Creative Writing Club and get a sports update.
We'll also sit down with Hawthorne High School art teacher Miss Ambrosio and the Athlete of the Month, Jason Harmer.
Love is in the air. The class of 2024 held a booth during lunch on January 31st to February 4th, selling candygrams for your Valentines. For $2 each, a candygram is an order of yummy candy attached with a personal letter that is meant for someone you like or love, including friends, family, or a significant other. The candygram will be delivered to each receiver's homeroom on Valentine's Day, February 14th. The HHS Digital Media Club is sponsoring a photo contest. Share your creativity and enter to win a prize. There are 3 categories to enter. Entries are expected by 3 p.m. on February 7th. See Google Classroom for details. Any questions, see Mr. DiLeonardo in the media studio. The class of 23 is hosting a fundraiser at Anthony's Coal-Fired Pizza in Fairlawn on Monday, February 7th. Make sure to say that you are ordering to support the class of 2023 at HHS when placing your order. Thank you in advance for your support. Now we will take a look at the HHS Creative Writing Club and learn what the club is all about.
The Creative Writing Club is the home of many writers and illustrators at Hawthorne High School. Students meet in the library every Tuesday after school to write together and be creative.
Club members come to write and draw. We come up with different prompts, different activities, so we work on that as well. Some of the members, come out of their comfort zone and share their work with others.
As editor-in-chief, the most important part is maintaining the sense of camaraderie. We tend to help run meetings along with Ms. Red, who is our advisor. We'll basically break down what the meeting is going to be about. Sometimes we'll have focused meetings on certain themes, or we want to go in a certain direction with writing that day. Sometimes it's just helping other writers, editing, revising, giving ideas, being somebody to bounce feedback off of.
We write poetry, we hang out, and we edit each other's work. And we also enter contests. I've been published a couple times, and so have a lot of my fellow members.
Every year, the club works towards publishing their annual magazine, The Empyrean. In spring, they begin planning their largest school-wide event, Poetry Day.
We work on the Empyrean, which is the literary magazine, throughout the year. And we also host Poetry Day, which is in the spring. And last year it was very, very successful in the courtyard. So we will have a date soon for that.
We involve the other parts of the school in the spring. Usually May, I think, is Poetry Day. So that's basically a day celebrating poetry and the art of poetry. And we'll have multiple stations set up that are very interactive and hands-on so that everybody kind of gets the feel for creation and creativity and writing that we hope to, emulate in our club.
The club is always open to new members.
Good time. You have an opportunity to express yourself. You get to write all the time if you don't have the opportunity at home.
I think it's a really stimulating group of people to be around. I think everybody really pushes each other, and I think it's generally a very hopeful and accepting environment as well.
I think everybody should join the Creative Writing Club, even if you're not super into writing, or maybe you feel like you're not as experienced. Come on in, because even if you draw, there's a place for you, and there's a place to just learn new techniques with writing, or maybe get your work edited, or soak in somebody else's creative energy. It's just a place to really learn from other people and really get inspired.
Thanks, Estelle. A forensic workshop has been scheduled for network students in the grades 11 and 12 on Tuesday, February 8th at PCTI. Sign-ups are in the main office. If you have any questions, please contact Ms. Denise. Seniors, the deadline to submit your scholarship application is Friday, February 11th, 3 p.m. There will be no exceptions to this deadline, and students are encouraged to submit sooner than later. Applications must be submitted through the Google Classroom in order to be considered. Students must hit turn in on the assignment. Please see Ms. Sack in the guidance office if you have any questions. Stop by the library in February to pick up a blind date with a book. Every checkout comes with a raffle ticket for a box of chocolate. One box will be given away every Friday in February. Now let's sit down for a conversation with HHS art teacher, Miss Ambrosio.
Hello everyone, I'm here with Jeremy Teacher of the Month segment. I'm joined by art teacher by Miss Ambrosio. Thank you for coming.
You're welcome.
What classes do you teach in high school? How long have you been at AHS?
I teach ceramics and sculpture, and I also teach intro to art, and this is my 6th year here.
You are also an advisor for Art Club. What are your expectations for the Art Club?
Well, I'm not really an advisor. I more so just go and help Miss Russo. Miss Russo is actually the advisor of the Art Club. Art Club is just like a relaxed space where students can come and kind of work on their own projects. There's no real project that we work on. So it's just kind of whatever my expectations or whatever theirs are. So if they come to work, they come to work. If they come to just kind of hang out and socialize, that's fine too.
What are some projects that the students have worked on in the Art Club?
In Art Club, they work, like I said, they work on their own projects, so it's kind of varies. A little bit of everything. Drawing, painting.
All right. Not every student is a great artist. What do you do to help students realize their potential?
Everyone is an artist. You just have to kind of find it. So you might be better at drawing than you are painting. You might be better painter than you are drawer. So as a teacher, I kind of give you the tools to go, and then I guide you and help you along the way. You took my class, Tyler, so he can vouch that, I'm very hands-on. So if something's not going right, I'll stop and I'll help you fix it.
Art is a different type of class compared to English or math. Do you think it's a good class and activity to help students cope with their stresses of high school?
1,000%. All art classes that we take, I always say they're organized chaos. So they're like I'm very organized. We have to meet the project guidelines, but it's a place for you to relax. You listen to your own music and kind of just zone out and really just work on whatever project's at hand. I think it's definitely, for me personally, it's a de-stressor. For some people, it's not. So I try to show that side that it is de-stressing as well as, an actual class, actual grade, and all that stuff.
Do you do art outside of school?
Not as much as I'd like to, but hopefully this year I'll start painting a little bit more. I'm a painter and drawer, so I like to do those things more so than anything else.
All right, thank you, Ms. Ambrosio, for joining us today. We'll send back to the desk.
Thanks, Tyler. Now we're going to take a look at this season's indoor track team.
Hi, I'm Matthew Lorper, and today we're taking a look at how the track season's been going so far.
Man, my favorite, probably going to the Armory. That's always a good experience, or like Ocean Breeze, It's a good experience going to New York, Good track.
So what are your goals for the end of this year?
Man, just do my best and stay in shape and hopefully get some PRs, Get some medals and hopefully maybe go to groups after that, We'll see where it goes.
Thank you.
Memorable moment. There's been few, but recently we had our Passaic County Championships at Ocean Breeze Complex in Staten Island. Probably one of the most beautiful complexes you will see and compete in at a high school level. And we had multiple athletes place and medal and become county champs.
That's perfect. So what are your goals for the end of the season?
Goals for the end of the season. Well, we have our sectional championships coming up. We have many athletes that are seeded really highly. So top 6 advance to the group championships. We would like to see, probably a quarter of our team place and advance and move on to groups. And then, at that point, the quality of competition is going to be at its highest. So whoever we could get past that to the Meet of Champions would be just kind of the cherry on top.
Perfect. Thank you, Coach.
No problem.
I'm here with Ella. So, Ella, how's your season going so far?
It's good. I think everyone's having a good season, and hopefully we'll go farther.
Okay, nice. So, what's your most memorable moment?
No, you can't ask me that.
So, what are your goals for the end of the season?
I want to be able to jump 34 feet in triple jump.
Okay, thank you. So, what's your most memorable moment?
Going to Jersey City and not making it back onto the bus till 11 and then getting home at 12 and not having anything to eat.
Okay. All right, stop it. That'll do it for this segment. Now back to the desk.
Thanks, Ashton. We will be back after this short break with the rest of your Bears sports update.
what are you doing? Let's go. We gotta finish. We just ran a mile, bro. Come on, we gotta finish. We have 2 more. I can't. Man, all that vaping's got to you, man. Come on. I can't.
Don't vape.
Now for your Burst Sports Update. The weekend of January 15th, the wrestling team got pins from Eddie O'Hagan, Andrew Marzetta, Caleb Ambrose, Brandon Massey, and Cormac Smith. Wins from Hudson Testa, Logan Sakir, and Ashton Everett. And strong efforts from all to win their match over Glenrock by a score of 39 to 27. Girls basketball beat Manchester 40-18 on Friday, January 14th. Boys fell to Manchester 46 to 38. The bowling team struggled with lane conditions, although keeping the match close. The Bears were shut out by the Panthers of Glenrock on January 18th. The wrestling team got pins from Adam Hidab and Andrew Marzetta, wins from Cormac Smith, Ashton Everett, Caleb Ambrose, Brandon Massey, and Hudson Testa, and strong efforts from all in a close loss on January 18th to Pompton Lakes High School by a score of 39 to 28. On January 20th, the wrestling team got a pin from Logan Sakir, wins from Ashton Everett, Adam Hidab, Eddie O'Hagan, Answer Saeed, Andrew Marzetta, Caleb Ambrose, Brandon Massey, and Cormac Smith, and strong efforts from all to win their match over Mawa High School by a score of 51 to 18. On January 25th, the wrestling team got pins from Caleb Ambrose, Cormac Smith, Eddie O'Hagan, and Andrew Marzetta, wins from Brandon Massey, Hudson Testa, and Ashton Everett, and strong efforts from all to win their match over Mountain Lakes High School by a score of 39 to 36. January 26th, the wrestling team got pins from Caleb Ambrose, Brandon Massey, Eddie O'Hagan, and Andrew Marzetta, wins from Cormac Smith and Ashton Everett, and strong efforts from all in a close loss to Creeskill High School by a score of 42 to 33.
The bowling team finished on a winning note, shutting out the Boilermakers of Garfield. Freshman Cody DeRose threw a hot game of 247 on his way to a 601 series to complete the regular season, while senior Miguel Rodriguez rolled a 193 in Game 2, giving a much-needed lift for the Bears. Sophomore Jack Bruley rolled a 452 series to finish his season. And last but not least, senior and team captain Eugene Barbieri rolled a 205 in a Game 3 to finish with a solid 531 for the Bears. On January 31st, girls basketball beat Eastern Christian 61-28 behind a game-high 19 points from Meadow Cicerella. Brianna Andrioli added 13 points and Sabrina DiFilippo had 10 points. On February 1st, boys basketball fell to Passaic Charter 51-45 in the Passaic County Tournament. Girls basketball fell to Elmwood Park 53-42 on Tuesday. Meadow Cicerella had 16 points in the loss. Boys basketball fell to Elmwood Park 56-55. Michael Palmer hit a three at the buzzer beater, but it wasn't enough. Now we'll take a look at the week's sports ahead. On February 2nd, the wrestling team got pins from Cormac Smith, Andrew Morzetta, and Antonio Sangama, wins from Caleb Ambrose and Ashton Everett, and strong efforts from all during a loss to a combined team from Bogota and Ridgefield Park High Schools. The Bears are in action during the week of February 7th. February 7th basketball, girls varsity game 4 o'clock. Hasbrook Heights basketball, boys basketball varsity at 5:30. Glenrock February 8th indoor track varsity meet at 4. February 9th wrestling varsity match 4 p.m. versus Pequannock. February 10th basketball girls varsity 4 o'clock. Rutherford basketball boys varsity game 7. Rutherford wrestling varsity match 7 versus Hasbrook Heights. February 11th wrestling varsity match 6 p.m. versus Manchester Regional. Angela sat down with the captain of the boys' indoor track team, Jason Harmer, to ask about his track career and his future plans.
Hi, I'm Angela, and on this edition of Bears Today, I'm going to be interviewing Jason Harmer, Athlete of the Month, who's the captain of the boys' indoor track team. Jason, how long have you been running track, and when did you realize that it was your passion?
I started running track in 7th grade, so it's been like 5 years since I started. And I think once I started, I really liked running. My whole family has a history of running. So when I first hit the track, I just fell in love with it right away.
What events do you participate in high school?
I currently do the long distance events, so like the 800 meter, the 1600 meter, and the 3200 meter.
What are your personal bests this year?
So far, I've only ran the 800 and 1600, In the 800, I've run a 2-minute flat, and in the 1600, I've run a 4:28.
What is your training like during the season versus off season?
Usually in the off season, that's when you want to get like all your mileage up. So that's when I'll be running like around like 60 to 50 miles a week, and doing like a lot of long distance stuff and like slow workouts on the track. But then in season, I usually do like the faster stuff on the track, where I go like 800 pace and like mile pace, and my mileage is down to like 40 or 50 miles a week.
Being captain, what are some of the things that you do to encourage all the other runners in your team?
Well, I always want to encourage them to do their best, go out there and run their best, compete their best, of course. And also, one of the most important things is they to make sure they have fun, because track is very important. You can't have fun. I mean, you can't do good in track unless you have fun. So.
Do you have plans to run track in college or further your track career?
Yes, I actually do. I actually recently just committed to Bucknell University to continue my running career, so I'm excited about that.
Oh, congrats. I didn't even know that. Thank you so much, Jason. Back to the desk.
Now for an update on the bowling team and their season this year.
The bowling team had a successful season, placing third in their division.
I'm Eugene Barbieri, and I'm reporting to you from Parkway Lanes, Elmwood Park. The Hartford Bears just completed their final game of the bowling season. Now we're going to interview them. It's a good season.
Cody Duros was the star of the team with an impressive average of 194. He placed first in total score during the Passaic County tournament. He also had the second highest average in the division.
Other than yourself, who else are you looking forward to bowling with next season?
Jack Ruley and Lindsay.
Jack, Ruley, and Lindsay, thank you so much for your time. It's a great season. I've got Miguel Rodriguez with me. It's his first year on the team. He's a senior.
Although it was his first year, senior Miguel Rodriguez was a powerful piece of the lineup. In a fierce race for points, he fought his way to an impressive second-team All-League award. He also came up clutch in some of the close games we had throughout the season. Most importantly, though, Miguel was a role model, as everyone on the team looked up to him. Miguel. He talked fondly of his time on the team and recommends all interested students join next year.
I have with me Coach LaForge of the bowling team. How was the season?
If it wasn't for Coach LaForge, the Bears might not have been as successful as they were. He constantly offered his help and support to the team, improving everybody's game. When asked about the future of the team, he said he had high hopes for the freshmen and sophomores, who have a ton of potential. He also has high hopes for the players who will be returning as seniors next year. Despite losing critical players to the team, next year should be a pretty good season, and we recommend that all interested players join.
That's going to do it for the interviews today. We're going to send it back to the desk.
That'll do it for this edition of Bears Today. I'm Matt Lorper.
And I'm Angela Natal. Join us next time on Bears Today. Have a great day and go Bears.
Has been a presentation of Hawthorne Public Schools and Bears Broadcasting.